good morning. Today for the solution finders, I would like to reflect on clothes. Are your clothes really yours? So I was reflecting on this and I was reflecting on losing our internal compass as well. And in some way, I think they are related. I wrote this thing the other day. I'm going to read it to you. So about, are your clothes really yours? How many times we let other people dress us? The itchy wool vest I hated when I was 5, the trousers and short hair when I wanted to be seen as a girl, dressed by my mom, dressed by my aunt, going shopping for hours and using that dress only once because I didn't choose it. I let others choose for me. So I think, of course, when we are children, our parents buy clothes for us. So our carers do that. So we don't choose. There's two things that pop to mind, and one is the clothes I hated, and it was the wool, the itchy wool, the vest, the wool vest who will really be itchy. So I remember really shouting to my mom, "No, I don't want to wear that. It's itchy." And even the sweaters, the wool sweaters, I don't know, at the time it didn't, soft wool didn't exist. It was just all very rough and itchy. So, and one thing that I still avoid is the long neck, I think it's called, the sweaters with a big neck, especially if it's really tight on the neck. That really is like it reminds me of suffocating and that itchy wool on the skin. So I avoid that. The other thing, yeah, my mom being like a tomboy, um, she used to dress me like a boy when I was very small. And I always had like pretty short hair. So there's this story of when I was small that people would say, "Oh, what a nice little boy." So they will think I was a boy because I had short hair and I had trousers on, and so I didn't have like a female little girl clothes. And I really, from a young age, I wanted that. I wanted the dresses and I wanted the long hair. So in a sense, I was like, now I'm not. I think I am in kind of somewhere in the middle. I'm not super girly, but I'm not super masculine either. But at the time, I was kind of going to the super girly because I was craving it, I think. So I actually have a picture where I had all the clothes from my mom put on me, so the kind of masculine clothes, and on top of that, I had a pink dress on top. So I'm going to override this with this pink dress. And then later on, when I was a teenager, I remember I used to go shopping with my aunt, and I used to look up to her. She was like my favorite person, and when we would buy clothes together, I would end up having her style of clothes, and actually a lot of them I would not really use. I remember shoes we bought together the day we bought it. Ah, yeah, yeah, I love this. Oh, I love it too. Okay, let's buy them. And I didn't use them. Or I used them only once. Here in the thing I wrote about a dress used only once. That's maybe like for a wedding or something like that. I remember a jumpsuit. I bought a jumpsuit and it was chosen by her because we went together. Ah, you look so good in this one. Let's buy it. Okay, let's buy it. But I remember wearing that jumpsuit only once and feeling so ashamed, feeling so uneasy because I thought it was too short. It was like shorts, like shorts and a shirt together, jumpsuit. Too short. I feel like I'm naked. I remember wearing it only once, and and not feeling good wearing it. So that's that thing as well of unease. So yeah, so from that the title, are your clothes really yours? Because this, okay, that's like an education, growing of our character, our personality, and growing into clothes that at the beginning are given by our carers. At a certain age, we start to choose. Probably when we are teenager, when we start to uh, go out and shop on our own and things like that. But then are we choosing? Like, are we really choosing when we buy clothes on our own? For me, I stopped. I wasn't choosing, especially when I was going to buy clothes with other people. So if I would go with my aunt, it will end up with her choosing. If I would go with a friend, it will probably end up with my friend choosing. In the sense of, oh, okay, you look good with this dress. Why don't you take it? And then the indication that it's not really my clothes, it's how often I use them in real life. So actually, I don't go shopping with other people anymore. I just go on my own. Yeah, and I am more and more aware of what I like, of what I really like, and what I like to wear. And especially for me, it's especially a question of being comfortable and feeling good in those clothes. I guess it's something um, universal that for everybody should feel like that when they wear clothes. A lot of the choices in clothes are given by fashion. The more you follow fashion, the more you follow advertising, the more you follow people you look up to, the more some people want to dress like them. So they choose based on that. Maybe some kind of ideal they want to go towards. So another thing I was reflecting on is losing our internal compass. How growing up we could lose our internal compass. For example, I remember when my cousin was small, and my aunt would tell her, "Decide, do you want to do this or that?" And she was like 4 years old, and she would say that straight away. So she will really make a choice really fast. And my children are the same. I will I would it just happened the other day. I told my boy, I asked him if he wanted to go to see a show with the school. Straight away he said no, I don't like that kind of show. Okay, that's good. So you know who you are, and you know what you like. And children know it. When I seen this in children, I thought, oh, I it would be nice for me to be the same, but especially in lots of occasions, and I remember from when I was a teenager on, and I don't really remember what happened when I was a child for me on decisions. Mm, but maybe one thing, the itchy wool vest, that would be a child decision. No, I don't want to wear it. That's a decision. That's a child who knows what they want. But then when I was a teenager, uh, if I was in the same situation, okay, what are you choosing? I would have like blank in my mind. And then if I was comfortable with the person who asked me, I would say, hey, I need a moment to think about it. I will tell you later what is my answer. And I think that comes from my upbringing, maybe my trauma. The thing is that I was in a people pleasing situation that was given by, I think, not feeling secure when I was very small. So really, when you are people pleasing, you don't have any attention on yourself. Your attention is always on the people around you, and so you do things probably really from a survival point of view of not what do I want, not what do I want to choose, but what would be the best thing to choose, taking the seeing that this person maybe would like that one and that person, I would be safer to do that. So it's completely losing my own internal compass and deciding all based on external parameters. So for example, it's something that I was really thinking, I was trying to deconstruct. So if someone asked me in the past, because I am back to a place of knowing what I want, and the decisions little by little are becoming faster and faster for me, kind of going back to that, like children. But I was in a situation in which, okay, Mona, do you want to choose this or that? Okay, nothing in my mind. This or that, overwhelm, emptiness, like no idea. Probably neurological dysregulation. That is probably what that was. And then, if it was someone I know, I would say, hey, give me a moment to think about it. I need time to think about it. If it was someone I was not comfortable with, it would just be a very awkward situation in which maybe they would really think that I was very, very stupid and I didn't know what I wanted and things like that. But okay, if I say I need some time to think about it, I will really go into my analytical mind and do an inventory in my mind. I will think, okay, if I choose A, these are the good things. If I choose this good thing could happen, this good thing, or that there's maybe this bad thing as well, and that. Okay. And what happens if I choose B? If I choose B, this could happen, that, okay, and that, and that. Okay, let's compare point by point. Let's see. Okay, here on paper, I think A is better than B. Completely in the analytical mind, repressing all emotions, and and sometimes it could be the wrong decision. Analytically, good decision. Like the job, are you taking this job that gives you enough money to survive, but it's boring as hell for you? Okay, let's write down and say, okay, yes, I take it. But are you going to job and you die inside? So that's the completely analytical choice. So this is, and I think this explanation I gave about the choices can be, of course, related to clothes. Choosing clothes is really just one of the choices. And it's an important one because clothes kind of reveal our personality. And sometimes we have those clothes that we don't feel well inside them. So, for example, I don't know, we have trousers that are a little bit too large, so we have to pull them up all the time. And so that's something that, okay, now we are uncomfortable with that. How can we choose things that are really comfortable for us? How can we be completely ourselves? Lately, when I went to exhibitions, for example, when I had my art in exhibition, I really started to uh, make my kind of artist persona with clothes, and I do have a few clothes I used, and they are, and I'm really comfortable in them, and there is some like black uh, and some color. I'm dressed a little bit more colorful than I used to, especially when I go out as like in my artist persona. A little bit more colorful, so like some black and some color, but nothing super complicated. Like I like kind of something that is kind of simple with maybe a detail. Like this top I have, I like it because it's kind of like the basic simple sweater, but it has this detail here, very kind of big. Um, it's very kind of large here, and it has this little decoration, some kind of detail. And so really, I hope that everybody could really find out the clothes they really love and they really are comfortable using, and that really kind of show their personality, and that uh, they let others less and less having decisions on their own clothes. There were idioms. There is an idiom in English is in your shoes. If I was in your shoes, and sometimes that was kind of what, not figuratively, like really happened with me when I let my aunt choosing shoes for me. I was in her shoes, and in a sense, and in the end, I didn't want it to be. But then being in someone else's shoes as an idiom means to really kind of try to understand what they feel and things like that. So actually, and there is a correspondent in Italian, mettersi nei panni di qualcuno, to put yourself inside someone else's clothes. So in English we have shoes, and in Italian we have clothes, and it's kind of the same. Being empathetic with a person, and kind of understanding what they feel and their situation. So yeah, this is my hope for everyone to really find the clothes that they are their own, and in which they feel comfortable, and they feel well, like they feel, I look good in this. I like the way I look, and I feel well, and it's comfortable, and um, I feel well. Not something in which you feel ashamed or sad or angry. So this is my wish for everyone, and let me know what you think. Bye bye.